in footage, but isn't she beautiful? She only had 2 leaves when I first got her, and now look at her. She's just sprouting, and she got new ones. She's enjoying this cooler weather, and we're gonna bring her inside, and we're gonna repot her so she can get even bigger. My house is gonna be, because I don't have money, I'm forced into minimalism. No, I'm not forced, but I like that aesthetic anyway. So my house is gonna be mostly plants, and maybe some furniture. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's some furniture, but yeah. I have a lot of plant babies that will be inside the house with me, and I'm pretty excited. They're doing so well this year. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. And now we're inside. So, because there was so much noise going on, they're doing so much stuff in our neighborhood. But anyway, I digress. So, anyway, like I was saying, I heard a lot of no's. My severance didn't last long. I got a bonus, and again, the IRS took about 50% of that. And went straight to our fixer-upper because we were just trying to keep our house standing. The fixer-upper my husband and I bought. And you know what? That's a blessing too, because not a lot of people can buy houses right out of the blue. So I had to check myself. I'm like, you know what? You have some privileges that other people don't have, so you can't complain. You need to dial it back and just close your mouth. See, but I learned all this going through this struggle, this journey, and I don't think if I had this reality check, that if I was still doing the job I was doing and continuing to make money, and it's nice. It's really, really nice. But you know what? Somehow I'm still standing here, and we're making do with less. We're making do with less. We've survived, and we're making do with less. So I wish I could go back to the past me and just tell her, you know, you're gonna lose all this, but that's okay, girl, because you guys are gonna figure out, and you're gonna be able to sustain a life that doesn't require so much upkeep, doesn't require so much time management, doesn't require so much money. You're gonna be able to figure out how to do with less. Another thing about unemployment, I live in a good state of Ohio, the Buckeye State, but you can't get unemployment, that's probably with across the nation. You can't get unemployment until your severance runs out. So, you know, my severance, we used it up within 4 or 5 months. It didn't take long. And then I applied for unemployment, and the maximum you get with unemployment is about, in Ohio, about $400, regardless of what you made, what your previous salary was. It was $400 a week. And then obviously I opted to take taxes out that because I can't. That's the last thing I want to worry about, is about the taxes I have to owe on the unemployment while I'm not working. So I did get taxes out of it. So I brought home about $300 and something a week. And that's a lot of money to people that are struggling. Is that a lot of people money with the people I used to work with? Hell no. Hell no. But it was a lot of money to people that are struggling. And hell, I was struggling, so it was a lot of money. $300 and something is better than no dollars. Okay? Just being real. And the unemployment, I was only good for 12 months. And because, you know, you hear in the news that the unemployment rate is low, yeah, that's great for you guys able people. It's at an all-time high for people with disabilities. But because the unemployment rate overall is low, there's no extensions to unemployment. It's just 12 months. So after 12 months, you're SOL. So I still had that panic, anxiety of like, man, it's taken me since September 11, 2018 to now, in June, no work. Well, the odds are against me. I probably won't have any money after the new year. And that's when the shit's gonna hit the fan. Okay? So I was extremely panicked. I wanted to work anywhere. It didn't matter. I just wanted to be able to take care of my family. So putting in countless applications, countless calls, you know, calls, applications, please, desperation in the interview in my voice. I couldn't help it because I knew my clock ended of just keeping my head above water. My body was under, but I was still able to keep my head above water. But if I didn't get a job before the end of the year, I would have drowned. We would have drowned. I would have brought my husband down with me, and that's all I kept thinking about. So to move forward, and I'm not gonna cry, but I finally got an opportunity with this company, and it was a young lady that interviewed me, and she just loved my personality because I kind of relaxed. I didn't prepare, so I didn't have time to stress out about it. But I was really, really laid back. I was always extremely transparent about my disability, my visual impairment, on my applications. I tried once to not disclose it, but that was a total nightmare. I worked there for maybe 2 days, and that was it. So do not do that if you have a disability. Just disclose it up front. In that way, you know if you're a good fit for them, and vice versa. So I did it once, and yeah, that was horrible. It didn't last. Of course, I got hired. Go figure. But once I had to do the job, it just didn't work. I had to quit. So this young lady gave me an opportunity, and at the end of the interview, I was so grateful, which is weird, because there wasn't a whole panel of people. They gave this young lady the power to hire on site. And it's a call center environment where they go through a lot of people. So maybe that was a blessing on my side as well. But on the spot, she hired me. And I knew that her naivete, being naive, and just seeing me, naive is the wrong word. I think because she looked past my disability and wanted to give me an opportunity. I couldn't help it. At the end, I did break down and cry and thanked her and hugged her because she gave me a chance where no one else would. And it was a job starting at $15 an hour, and that was okay because it was better than nothing. And at least I was employed, and it felt good to hear a yes after all those no's. Hopefully, I've been trying to record this video like for 2 weeks now without crying, and you know what? I'm gonna keep going. So anyway, so she hired me on the spot. So when I came the first day, the hiring, the trainers were kind of surprised, but I did the best I could. I'm their first visually impaired / blind person, so there's challenges, but because they took a chance on me, I'm willing to work through those challenges with them and not dismiss them so quickly, because I do not have the luxury to do so. So there's been some frustrating things, but anything that is worth fighting for is going to be frustrating, because the dividends at the end is worth it. One day I was walking into the building, and someone stopped me like, oh my God. She was in QA, and she's like, my friend is totally blind. She has a master's in Spanish. She's traveled Spain and Mexico by herself, and she's been out of work. And you work here. And I know this place needs bilingual reps. And you know what? Just that interaction, I didn't do anything. I was just there with a white cane. The hard work I do, I'm hoping one day I'm not the only person there with a white cane. And for that exchange, for that woman to see me and tone her voice of happiness, like, oh my God, you're here, meant a lot to me. Meant a lot. And I also feel that, you know, when you have a disability, you try to compensate. You try to work so hard to show you can do simple things, you can do anything, that I'm working so hard. My health is taking a hit for it. My eyesight is getting worse. Because like I said, this is a challenge. The fight's not over. I'm there, but it's a lot of work to do. So I did ask for accommodations. I did bring Roxy to the workplace, and I didn't know all the ins and outs. And when I brought her, HR was freaked out. Now I'm gonna put a disclaimer. I shared this on my Instagram stories when it first happened. So I was upset. I just want you to feel what I felt during that time. But you know what? The next day I came back. So the next clip, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what happened when I brought Roxy to work the first time. This is dangerous. Devil doesn't have any sidewalks. So I'm just walking, praying I don't get hurt. Thank you, new employer. Yeah, you guys' mission, we care, really shows. This is why I want to use rocks, because the White King is just too dangerous. And I know the White King is very non-threatening to employers that are not used to this, but this is why I need Roxy, the girl forward, because I walk to the bus stop and there's no bus near the job. So I don't know how they want me to do this on a cane safely. I mean, the street, by the grace of God. I don't know how I did it. I think me and rocks are gonna get wet. It's starting to rain. I don't think this day could get any worse. Oh, try to stay positive. Oh, yep, it's raining. This is awesome. Oh, it's awesome. And I have about like 30 minutes to wait for the bus. Me and rocks are gonna be soaked. Thanks, God. This is awesome. Okay, the rain finally stopped. Roxy got soaked. I got soaked. Feeling okay. Yeah. Okay. Happy Monday. So I've been working with the company that handles like leave of absence and I guess work accommodations, and my doctor submitted all the paperwork. I was approved for Roxy. She hasn't been to work yet, so still a lot of logistics, and I'm helping them work through it. When she finally gets there, I'll make sure I'll record it so that you guys can see. But we're working through it. Remember, I started July 1st. We're working through it, and it's now almost the end of September. We're working through it. But she has been approved. They have lockers where it's like the school locker, and I've been struggling very, very hard with that, obviously. And I was approved for a locker with a key. Again, still waiting. I haven't gotten it yet, but I've been approved. And I've been approved to use the ADA door because the area we work in is very, very secured. So you have to key in. It's a turnstile. Ask me how many times I've been locked out of that because I just can't. Many times. So I've been approved for the ADA door. Now during training, I've not had any voiceover, any technology, anything. In training, why am I crying? It was all auditory. I just listened to the instructors and tried my best to retain and memorize the information. I heavily relied on friends that I made there to read things to me. And during training, you had all these different tests you had to take, and if you didn't pass, you got fired. And I made it. I made it through that training. I passed the test. I made it to the floor, and I knew when I made it to the floor, that's when the real test was going to be. And before I went to the floor to start my job, I panicked, and I was like, I need anything. So, my doctor did ask for JAWS, because they have a window-based system on Dell, and I'm very, very proficient on any type of voiceover. It could be JAWS, it could be Apple. I've been trained with the state to know how to use those tools at work, so I know how to use them. And even I resorted to I'm like, if I have to use my peripheral vision in magnification and contrast, zoom text. So my physician asked for both. Those both were denied. So how I've been doing my job? Is it sustainable? Probably not. I wake up with ocular headaches, pressure in my eyes. Why am I crying? Because the truth hurts. With so much strain to the vision that I do have. And I have I wear, they finally approved me for just a little clip I wear of magnification. So I see about 3 letters at a time. So I rely a lot of memory recall. So right now I'm coasting on memory. And I know the bottom's gonna fall out. So I've been trying to put applications in. To see if anyone else would give me an opportunity and give me the tools to use to succeed at my position. God. Sorry guys, I didn't mean this to be so sad. But that's my reality thus far. But I've learned so much from it, and I'm so grateful. Because the people that I work with now, oh God, they're so caring. They will give you their last dollar, give you rides so you don't have to ride the bus. And we all bring home about $400 a week. the one thing I learned, the less people make, the more they give. And I'm not saying that if you're wealthy, you don't give. Obviously, everybody has a heart and they have their passion towards certain topics. But man, these women, these men, the level of empathy they have for people, it's not just talk. It's just not talk. I had a lot of people in the class, when you bring home $400 a week and their benefits costs $20 for the very, very basic that doesn't cover anything, up to the highest level of coverage, which is like $200 a week, half of your paycheck basically, leaving you $200 to live on. These people opted out on insurance because they have to make these hard choices. Food or gas for your car. Insurance or money to pay bills. And I hear these people, these awesome people in class agonizing over something that yeah, it's very disheartening. Very disheartening. But I'm not giving up. I'm still there. I am trying to do a plan B just in case. Maybe one day, once I've proven myself, I can do baby steps in regards to technology, in regards to voiceover. But I'm extremely grateful for them giving me a chance. And yes, it's been hard, but you know what? It wouldn't have been worth it if it was easy. Because I have grown so much from this. I really have. And no one could take this journey away from me. I'm experiencing it for myself. And I'm sharing it with you guys. So this was a hard video for me to record. Like I said, I've been trying to record this for 2 weeks now, guys, and I'm getting better, because the first couple of times I tried to film it, I was bawling my eyes out. And emotion's okay. There's nothing weak about it. I'm all about the tears. I told my husband melancholy is my favorite emotion because it's a mixture of happiness and sadness all together. And that's me in a nutshell. I'm very Eeyore-esque. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to continue to update on this, how I'm doing. I'll definitely share without the tears, hopefully. But like I said, guys, embrace the difference, love your uniqueness, and be the good.